28th different starting lineup Steve Kerr has employed. Deadline. Who knows how many more lineups. He played collegiately at Santa Clara. He tried to lob it to Hartenstein, who got pushed.
Him back at some point as well. They're not even been full strength when they have this record they have.
No, those two guys have not played a game together yet this season. Whoops. Hartenstein was open, had to put it up with the shot clock winding down, and he missed it. Rebound, Gary Payton. We showed you the numbers for Curry. Now he's been battling sore knees. He did not play last night against Utah. Also, thumb on his shooting hand has been an issue as well. He was held scoreless in the second half of his last game against the Lakers on ABC Saturday night. Went 0 for 8, his worst ever in the second half. Healed misfire. Hartenstein rebound. Hit Gilgeous-Alexander in the face on the quick outlet. SGA moving to his left. Can't hit the three. Curry on the move. Missed the shot, but he'll go to the line with gold medal this past summer. 7th all-time in the NBA scoring list. He recently passed Allen Iverson, and Ray Allen is next. Williams couldn't get that one to fall.
Roster, Lou Dort, Caruso. I mean, these guys just make your evening very difficult. They're very physical, and they're very smart, and they're tenacious, and they really don't quit.
Deep three, Curry off the mark. Oklahoma City has 4 different players who average right about 2 steals per game.
Yeah, and it's that some stats are misleading. That isn't. I mean, they show you. You watch this game, you'll see how committed they are in every possession.
Here's Dort, mid-range jumper, and Hield gets the rebound. So an 0 for 5 start for the Thunder from the floor. Here's Wiggins. He'll try a 3 and called for the 9 first place votes out of 100. Runner-up for Coach of the Year 2 years ago.
These are legit. I mean, not only are they leading, they're dominating. Go through dry spells offensively and still stay in games.
2 out of 3. Here's Cason Wallace with Curry defending him. Gilgeous-Alexander will be guarded by Payton. Now they got the switch they want. They have.
It's too far over in the key.
NBA in scoring. 3rd straight year, Gilgeous-Alexander has scored 30 points per game or better. He's so good for the mid-range. Right.
So gets a lot of heat, I should say. But if you can make it, and he's one of the best in the league. There's Durant, Chris Paul, and Shea. Here comes a steal.
Jalen Williams, who's 5th in the league and steals, gets
Thunder. And again, it's the physicality, it's the length they have on defense, it's the discipline.
So 5 points in 27 seconds for Oklahoma City to take the 1-point lead. 3 minutes gone by in the opening quarter. Wiggins spinning, going to the left hand. Golden State started the year 12-3. They're 11-20 since. When these teams, a calf injury, but day to day, see if he's
dropped off about 12 points a game offensively. And you know, that leaves you scratching your head, Dave, because who are you, right? Which team is it? And they haven't been healthy. Kuminga's been out. Draymond's been out. Trade deadline coming up. It'll be fascinating to see how they manage that.
Payton had a decent shot blocker. Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga not expected back for a while. Lob to Hartenstein. Great pass. Averages about 5 assists per game. Wiggins with the kick to the corner. Hield lets it fly. He's only shooting 30% the last 2 months from deep after a hot start. That's one of the reasons why Golden State was so good the first month of the year.
They shoot about 50% at the start and has really been in a big-time cold spell.
There's Williams' assist.
5th in the league in mid-range shots. And again, Shea Gilgeous top 5. Shea Williams, the reason they allow him to shoot him is they're so good at it percentage-wise.
Great cut by Curry. He couldn't finish. Thunder looking to push. They've made their last 4 shots from the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander for 3, and he drills. 5 straight makes for the Thunder, and excellent defense. Wallace with the block against Hield. Gilgeous-Alexander driving, and a reach-around foul on Payton. 3s now for SGA. Made 95 last year, so that's been a point of emphasis for him. Shoots about 35% from 3. That spins out for Hartenstein. And Curry looking to run. Lou Dort, one of the better defenders in the NBA, all over Hield. Curry's pass deflected. Now a bad pass by Hield, trying to hit the cutting Curry. Another turnover. Williams driving. Post cut off the lane. Williams goes back. Foul line jumper. Front rimmed it. Rebound Payton. Here's a three from Hield, and it still won't fall.
He looks against this team. Right idea by Curry, getting out fast, trying to get an early shot in the clock before the Thunder set up the D.
Shea drills the mid against Curry, and it's a 15-4 run after it was 4-0 Golden State 3 minutes into the game. Curry on the step back, no basket.
Yeah, I mean, Warriors played Utah last night, second night of a back-to-back, and Utah not this team. But Draymond, what they miss, Dave, is in these type of games, in the big games, his experience, his intelligence. On the defensive side, he's still one of the best defenders in the entire NBA. And this Thunder team is just, they're just firing on all cylinders.
Williams missed the three. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins hit a three on the ups. 9 for Gilgeous-Alexander. Steph Curry 0 for 2 from the floor, so he's missed his last 10 shots from the field. Going back to the second half the other night against LA. Williams. That three by Wiggins, the first for Golden State. 1 for the Thunder, and it was by Shea. Gilgeous-Alexander, again mid-range jump shot.
Kawhi Leonard, where he would just get to that free throw line and it was almost automatic.
Boy, it looked like I was on the way down. Looked like a goaltend there. Stepping into a three is Williams, no good. Finish your point though on that comparison with Kawhi.
Well, you know, they talk, and this guy obviously, look at that. I mean, he could score it all with that free throw line jumper, and he's so good at it, and it's just, it's debilitating trying to deal with him because you're keeping him in front, you take away the three, and he just makes that shot look so easy.
Excellent look by.
And Justin said no, it wasn't.
Justin Van Dyke. No, disagree. Gilgeous-Alexander bumped, missed the shot, but it'll go to the line. Houston at Memphis Saturday on ABC. Earlier tonight on ESPN, beat Denver, their 5th straight win. Curry's three off the mark. The Knicks, by the way, are just a game back of Boston for the 2nd spot in the East right now. Gilgeous-Alexander downhill. Quarter, and he's made 6 straight shots.
It's just how easy he makes it look. I mean, and it's not easy. This is the best league in the world, and how easy he makes it look is what makes him so unique.
Curry has it blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 2. Moody, contact, blocking foul.
Here, Moody attacked the basket, gets the free throw line, start chipping away. I think Doc Rivers was their coach. I think they overachieved. And what I remember was the other players on our team talking about him, on the Warriors team, saying this guy's going to be really good. And when you hear other players complimenting rookies, when you hear veterans complimenting rookies, you know they got something. And he was a guy that I heard a lot about, that kid's going to be good. I don't know if anybody thought this good, but a lot of positive. And the way he committed to defense, too, Dave, was memorable, even as a rookie.
So interesting, too, Mark Daigneault, as Moody misses a three, said the way he...
Sometimes you don't get to coach your stars directly. And you would think, oh, everybody just coaches them.
Than the Warriors do by 3. Steph Curry getting a breather. Curry 0 for 5, so Steph's missed 13 consecutive shots from the floor. That's rarely happened in his lifetime. Moody's three was way off. Podziemski got the rebound. Podziemski had a good night last night and a win over Utah at 20 points. Moody gets in. Ball male athlete of the year is Gilgeous-Alexander. Scores again. He's got 19 points.
That is not an easy shot. I mean, that looks easy for him, but that left hand, the length of Shea Gilgeous, you know, sitting who you were with, that was one of those games. We're watching that.
Check.
You had the toughest job. That when he did the GM job, that he noticed how hard it was. So he gave you a lot of credit that you had the toughest job. So I wanted to make sure the audience knew that he said that.
I didn't say that. You said that. So the GM, you could trade anybody. You could trade harder. I don't know.
Gilgeous-Alexander makes. Sarver was the owner of the Phoenix Suns. We all know how challenging that was if you were the head coach or the general manager. Steve told us he likes coaching a lot better.
Well, you know, to put a bow on it, when Steve got the job, we talked about as Looney finished after the game with the coach and watched the tape of the game. I said, we're not doing that. There's no post-game debrief. We'll do that the next day. Things are right after the game. And so he learned what not to do, and he gave me that advice. And so it all works, Dave. It all worked fine.
Here's Santos for three. No good. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City still right now up 11 with Gilgeous-Alexander outscoring the Warriors by himself.
That makes it sound worse than it. They have 20 points. It's more of a reflection of how great he's been. I mean, 20 points isn't ideal, but
his career high is 54, and he just got that a week ago against Utah. He has 7 made baskets. Golden State has 6. Another empty possession there for the Warriors.
Both teams with Warriors 1 of 10.
Gilgeous-Alexander gives it up. Isaiah Joe nails a 3. 80% from 3.
That's what he does. That's his role on this team, is to do exactly what he just did.
Schroeder, coming off his best game as a Warrior last night, puts up an air ball. Moody on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea into the paint. Good pass. Good hands. Entry knocked away momentarily. Gilgeous-Alexander collects, finds Wiggins, and good contest by Looney. SGA with his highest.
Obviously, they're a different team with Towns, but he's one of the most underrated players in the league. You know, you watch him and you appreciate him, and you appreciate him the most when he's on your team.
Golden State is now 1 of 13 from 3 as Williams is fouled.
You want to be trying to score against as Williams dribbles it a game best in the NBA. So they cover so many metrics as far as how they win.
And Oklahoma City ball. Joe on the back cut. Finds Jang. Extra pass. Hartenstein. Air ball on the floater. It's really the first bad possession. Bench still has more baskets than the Warriors do as a team.
The way back in this game offensively is going to have to be pushing tempo for the Warriors.
Bob did not want to be held accountable for being in the building while Steph Curry sets a dubious record, which would have been his 14th straight miss, a personal low. But he made that shot, his first field goal, and then Jen from mid-range.
You think Curry felt the pressure? Think he was aware of that record?
Does he feel pressure? Is he aware of those things?
No, he is not.
So why are you asking me?
And every time you get a stop, you got to push.
Foul was on Jalen Williams, his second personal foul. And Looney was 7 points off the bench. 10th year out of UCLA. Shot clock inside of 10 seconds for the Thunder. Now down to 5. Jang lobs. Hartenstein couldn't even catch it. The ball hit the backboard. And Payton on the move. Can't finish. Jalen Williams defending. 11-point lead for Oklahoma City. Here's a 3 from Jalen Williams, in and out. All-star reserves will be announced tomorrow. Good chance that Williams in year 3 in the NBA, as he's called for a blocking. Saw that, George, on that basket going to break at the end of the first quarter as Hartenstein gets the block against Wiggins, that Caruso is shaken up, and he's missed 18 games due to injury this season, his first year in Oklahoma City. Payton gets the strip and the slam.
Where are they going to get their offense now? And this is the deal. I mean, who's going to initiate, who's going to create for this Thunder team without either of those guys on the floor?
Joe coming off the screen, keeps the dribble, an easy path to the basket for the layup. 5 points for Isaiah Joe off the bench. He has hit 8 threes twice in a game this month. And maybe they were just expecting him to pull up from 3, and he had a clear lane to the basket. Here he is again, keeping the dribble. Now passing. Hartenstein missed the push shot again. Payton rebounds.
Shot, he's normally knocking that down.
Curry, boy, a lot of contact. Didn't get the call. Hartenstein gets it ahead. They swing it to Joe on the spot up. Drills another.
You know, a lot of new players. Honestly, this is going to sound too simple, but when Melton went down, it just shook him. You know, he was the perfect guy, and he was a huge part of the early success. He's not looked upon as a star, Dave, but certain guys tie teams together. Reminds me a lot of a Caruso. Not as good as a Iguodala, but that kind of guy where they just are linchpins. And he was, and he got hurt early. And just keep on chugging. And so you can't just blame it on a couple injuries here and there, because Oklahoma City is an example of great teams weather it. And this team, 1 year here, I was with the Warriors, and Durant was out for eight weeks, and we just kept going. And so it's moving, and what Oklahoma City's record you saw with 25-4 since that game early on against the Warriors.
Wiggins now with 9 points. Curry's on the bench for Golden State. Gilgeous-Alexander at that number 10 spot in the East. If they get healthy, nobody wants to see them, you would imagine. How about your Suns here in the second game? George, Bob, and I will.
Again, Jalen, he doesn't get enough credit either. And I do hope he's an all-star, because people need to know who he is. They should. And again, this Oklahoma City team, guys, as much as maybe they should have. And they're starting to earn that, though. And it's a full team, it's a complete team. And Jalen Williams, this guy right here, is a huge part of that.
Great pass by Williams. Hartenstein collects, couldn't finish. Oklahoma City 37-8. Best 45-game start since the team relocated from Seattle almost 20 years ago. Time in a while. 12 points for Wiggins, 2 of 2 from deep.
And they're going to need him, right? Curry's been struggling by his own standards, and Wiggins has got to step up in the absence.
Joe can't answer. Santos with the rebound and looking to run, but the Thunder get back. Wiggins on the move. Gives it up to Moody. Now Kyle Anderson. Schroeder wide open. It's good. 2 assists and 2 rebounds for Shea. And he slips. Lost his footing. And the game.
It's an opportunity for the Warriors to keep the momentum. Got cut into this lead by 8 this quarter. And Wiggins has been the hot guy.
8-0 run by the Warriors. Anderson hung on the rim and fell off. Golden State at 500, 23-23, just 13-12 at home as Shea is fouled again. Will go to the line.
Get the block, but gets there late. Can't ruffle this guy. He's hard team when he's on the floor. That about says it all.
And this run that he's on of 41 straight 20-point games, longest in the NBA since James Harden in 2019. 57 in a row for Harden.
He doesn't do it in a way, and not that Harden did, but it doesn't feel selfish. It feels all within the confines of the game.
Shot clock at 2 for Moody. Sees it at the last second. Has to put it up. Almost hit it. As he turns it over there, and actually a little shaken up, a little slow to get back defensively. Santos.
Some turnovers, but better energy from the Warriors.
Committing the foul. Santos gets the bounce on the 4-minute mark, second quarter. Warriors in a zone right now. 3 from Dort, way off the mark. Wiggins, and Oklahoma City keeps possession.
They're going to look.
Bodies hit.
Nothing bad about it. He's just a physical basketball player.
Kenrich Williams checking back into the game. Gilgeous-Alexander trying to get free from Schroeder's, doing a nice job. Shot clock down to 2. Over 2 defenders coming up short. Gilgeous-Alexander, but
Dort sticking with it, gets the putback.
Offensive foul here.
It's like he's grabbing. Yeah. See that the other way.
Coming the early games, including the one right here on ESPN, where the Knicks continue their hot streak and a win over. 6-point game as Looney misses the second free throw. Jalen Williams wide open. Cannot hit the 3.
Is it on Dort?
And Kevon Looney with 9 points up.
A 3 a lot. He handled the ball, and so his intelligence is going to be able to pass from that 5 spot, set the right angles. He's just a complete player. He's an awesome guy, and has been a huge part of the winning here.
Extra passing by Oklahoma City, but Williams can't pay it off of the 3. Meanwhile, Golden State gets more points for its bench, 23, than its starters, 20 in this game. Schroeder kicks it out. Wiggins wide open. Can't knock it down. Hartenstein with the clear. That would have cut the deficit to 1 just outside 2 minutes to go. Gilgeous-Alexander tripped up by Looney. That on draft night back in 2018. You told me you had Jokic #1 overall on the board, so
I tried to get away with that, but then I realized we would have picked him if I thought that. And I can't say that. So.
I was the one that asked you because I remember your answer was no. We weren't even thinking about it. I think it got picked during a Taco Bell commercial that was airing.
At least that wasn't the only one.
Schroeder drives and gets it to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander gets downhill, draws contact.
Ever NBA.
He finished 3rd last year in scoring. And now they're going to get post again, and that's 3 on the rookie.
Warriors hanging around, but if they want to get in this game, they got to get number 30 Curry going. He's 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3.
That's the 3rd 3-ball out, and the 3 from Isaiah Joe. Wiggins, the leading scorer tonight for Golden State with 12. Spot up 3, Santos. Can't hit it. SGA with the most points in any half of his career, 28 points. And now Williams called for the foul on the screen. 11 of 12.
Lead the league in scoring without getting to the free throw line. I mean, you just have to find other ways. It's amazing he does it with how few threes he takes in the modern NBA.
Off ball. Wiggins, line drive 3, short.
They're 2 for 1 here, opportunity if they want it, but it's like they're slowing it down.
9-second difference in the game in shot clocks. SGA trying to shake Santos. Step back long 2, no good. Hartenstein offensive rebound. Dort lets it fly. Several bounces, it wouldn't drop. Another offensive rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander hit it. A 3.
Thunder got up all the looks. Big close for the half for the OKC Thunder.
Wiggins gets it.